And welcome back again to another episode on WWE, but this time we are on 23. I've been trying for the past last year of trying to work 22 rounds. I don't know what happened exactly. I just know I can create wrestlers, and that's exactly what I did. I created wrestlers and I did everything I could, and I was trying to continue on the stories I was making, right? But then I was all like, alright, let me go through some downloaded characters and let me see who I could download. You know, people like Chris Benoit, and you know, people from what was one of the stories I was doing? Tekken. Like, you know, I had King, I had Armor King, I had a lot of other guys, and I was trying to see if I could download them and stuff, and I found some good ones, and I downloaded them. But for some reason, I tried to hop on another day, and everything just basically deleted. Like, it gave me this option that if I wanted to do, or if I press yes, it'll delete all characters, but I press no, of course, and when I pressed no, it wouldn't continue to go with no. It kept on giving me the same question over and over, so I said F it, and I pressed yes, and it deleted everything. So I was like, alright, maybe I can start up a new one. So when I tried to start up the new one, you know, I can only get Spawn Savage created. And then when I tried to create other characters, it kept on freezing on certain spots. Like if I worked on the face and I hit the accept on how I want the face, it would literally just freeze the whole game. Like, I didn't know what else to do. So I did what I could. Eventually it gave me the same thing again, and it deleted Spawn 7 and whoever I tried to at least copy from Spawn and just try to fix up the skin color and the attire like that. But yeah, that happened 2 times, so I tried to do it one more time, and you know, by the time I was basically kind of almost done, there was really no point. Eventually I just gave up on 22. Here we are with 23. We're continuing on with things that none of y'all have been seeing, but we are here at WrestleMania, of course, and this is my timeline, my alternate universe. This is around the time, you know, a time where I think, you know, Eddie hasn't passed, China hasn't passed, you know, Chris Benoit hasn't passed and stuff. So this is my universe of these superstars still in the WWE doing what they're doing today and stuff. And since, you know, I've also been watching a little bit of WWE, I can see that Dominic has betrayed on Ray. So in a way, I kind of got that going in here. But I got it to a point where not only did he betray Ray, there were 3 tag team people. There was the new 3 amigos. That's what I call it, the new 3 amigos. And it was Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, and Dominic Mysterio. I thought it was a perfect combination. You know, that would be a dream match if Eddie was still alive. That would be awesome to see those 3 as a team. So that's what I did on here. Eventually, you know, I was watching Real Wrestling. I see that Dominic's, you know, betraying his father and Edge, and giving Edge the low blow and clothesline and Dominic. So I was like, alright, I got this. This is cool. So I got it to the point where Dominic betrays not just Ray, but also, you know, Eddie Guerrero too. So now Eddie and Ray are trying to mind their own business. Dominic's trying to start fights with them. You know, Eddie, knowing Eddie, you know, he might try to teach Dominic a lesson, but you know, Ray, you know, he doesn't want to hit his kid. He's like, Eddie, let's not, you know, maybe we could talk it out with him and stuff. You know, the whole, you know, same thing in real life, but just a little twist to it, because you know it you know, it's with Eddie now, and in real life we don't have Eddie with us, of course. So I got this whole thing going that we're on Raw and stuff. China was on SmackDown doing her thing, you know. And eventually we got it to the same spot where we were at. You know, now Judgment Day is now appearing on SmackDown and tormenting on Ray again. So I got it where they're doing it in here, you know, tormenting Ray and Eddie. Now I got it where Dom's getting into Eddie's head, you know, trying to get him to get on like Judgment Day's side. Eventually, at this point, Eddie Guerrero is on Judgment Day's side. He betrayed Rey Mysterio. He joined Dominic in Judgment Day. But now it came to the point, you know, Ray needed some help, and well, clearly we see what's kind of going on with Dominic and Rhea. I mean, it's kind of basically like the same thing like Eddie and China. So at this point, I kind of in a way, I got it going where we would get to WrestleMania. You know, Rhea starts building up this rivalry with China, you know, saying, you know, she's old and she's getting older and she's probably getting weaker, and Rhea's the new and improved and she's better than her in every way, you know, that type of typical stuff. And then, of course, we got, you know, Dominic finally getting Eddie on his side. Now they're both tormenting on Ray on another side. Ray kind of fighting it out by himself, but he's got Santos Escobar helping him. So, you know, in a way, now Santos is part of this, and now he's in it. And now, since we're at WrestleMania, our opening match was Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. No title match, because Bianca, in this time, or my world, does not have the title. My mother has the title. So, you know, now we got it where all this, you know, rivalry and family issues and all, and, you know, future copies or replacements for something is just all, you know, just chilling here now. So now, you know, here we are at WrestleMania. Like I said, it was Bianca and Alexa. I believe, I mean, we'll mostly look at this at this point. I mean, I did skip like a couple matches before we could hit this one. Of course, we had right after that match, it was, I want to say, I think it was Santos Escobar and Damian Priest. So, you know, I thought I'd give that a match at WrestleMania, you know, a second match, you know, not a real big thing. And then I got it to the point, I forgot who was next after that. I think, it was, of course, Finn Balor and Edge. Of course, I think Finn Balor is going into WrestleMania as his demon form, but I literally looked through here and they don't have like Finn Balor's demon form, so it's just, you know, Judgment Day Finn Balor. So, you know, it'll do it. I mean, it's the same Finn Balor, and one's more demon wise painted and the other one's regular. I don't know, but either way, but here we are, you know. So those matches are past. I want to say Edge won his. I think Santos won his. And between Alexa and Bianca, I want to say Bianca may have won. I could be wrong. Well, of course, we'll look at this right after this match. But, you know, here we are with Rhea and China. A dream match I would like to see. I mean, of course, because, I mean, since they got Dominic doing this thing with Rhea, like if Dom was Eddie and Rhea was China, you know, it's perfect. So now we got Rhea versus China to see who's better than who. You know, nothing really big on the line. It's just a regular match to see who's better than who, and most likely it'll probably continue to go on right after this. Of course, I myself am also doing the 2-day event WrestleMania, so I'm doing this half, and then I got another half which is all the titles, but we'll most likely skip like every single title and like watch like the main one that I have built on, and, you know, just been dreaming of this and, you know, collecting it all in. And I think I've said it like on other wrestling like games, you know, me putting against like the whole family together. Well, mostly the whole family. Oh, China picking up the win, proving she is still the 9th wonder in the world at WrestleMania. Now that's what I'm talking about. Hey, but at the same time, Rhea may have like an actual opportunity to probably win tomorrow, because on my game she did win the Royal Rumble. So with her winning the Royal Rumble, like she did in real life, I mean, it was just a basic coincidence. The only thing that didn't happen was Cody winning the Royal Rumble on my side. Instead, it was just perfect too. Like, I was hoping he was gonna win. At the same time, either way, he would have probably still had a match still going in anyways. But Laser Wolf picking up a win in the Royal Rumble instead of Cody Rhodes. But hey, it was good though. It was a banger of a match. Oh, man. But here we are starting up this next match. Of course, I'm not going to play it. This is going to straight up be Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. Of course, with Eddie on Dominic's corner. You know, he doesn't have Damien with them at this point. You know, he's in the back, you know, resting, you know, getting a little rest. Maybe he might sneak in. Maybe. I'm not sure. But Eddie's out here, so, you know, we got something going on here. But yeah, I've been building up, you know, the family WrestleMania. You know, it's Jock and Laser and Jericho and me and, you know, whoever else, like the other last two. But it's been going good. It's been great. And Eddie just right there behind him. Dominic doing his thing. I think it's probably because he's part of the Judgment Day. I'm not getting like his theme song. I think I'm getting a Judgment Day theme song. But luckily that doesn't, like, y'all can't hear it in here. So that's good on my part. You know, I ain't getting copyrighted for anything. But, you know, I've been glancing at a couple of, like, the whole Dominic and Rey thing. You know, the way Dominic's been treating Rey. You know, I think it's messed up. I mean, I personally, you know, I wouldn't mind an actual, you know, Dominic versus Rey Mysterio. But I would expect it to be a little bit more down the road. Like, I feel like, I mean, how long has Dominic really been in WWE? Like, for what, maybe 2, maybe 3? No, he started in 2020, right? So yeah, about 3 years. Yeah, but you know, I would expect it like be a little bit more around like maybe another 3 years, probably like 6 years of like Dominic being in. But at the same time, I don't know, you never know on how long Rey might have before he has to retire. I mean, I'm not saying that he can't go 6 more years without wrestling. I think he's still good. I think he's still got it. You know, of course, when you get older, you do start slowing down just a little bit more. But, you know, I think if you would have gave Dominic maybe 6 years within the WWE and then make him go after Rey Mysterio, then that would make more sense. Then I would like that, because I get to see more of the face side. You know, I feel like I only got really like 3 years of seeing Dominic as a baby face, but I don't know. To me personally, I think it's just too soon. I think they did it too soon. But at the same time, the only reason why I do like this rivalry that's being built up is because it's at WrestleMania Goes to Hollywood. And it's Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic trying to copy a little bit of Eddie. Now, the last time I saw WrestleMania Go to Hollywood was at WrestleMania 21, where it was Dominic Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. And it was one of the best matches that they have ever done. I mean, not including at also SummerSlam, of course, too. But yeah, watching, you know, Dominic, you know, just coming out mostly like every single like week when Ray was on Raw, you know, and disrespecting him, trying to get him to hit him. I don't know why he wants him to hit him so bad. Like, I really don't. But, you know, they're going in at WrestleMania. Ray's probably about to whoop some ass. Maybe he might hold back a little bit, you know, because, you know, he still don't want to hit his son, but at the same time, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to teach him at least a lesson. Oh, but Dominic catching the 6-1. Of course he saw that coming. But I mean, I guess part of the story. I don't think he probably would have really actually quit. Maybe he would. But I mean, Ray almost literally quit the WWE because of this. I mean, I wouldn't say literally, but you know, he said it on, you know, on an episode of Raw. You know, he said that he was just gonna quit. But oh, and Dominic Mysterio picking up this win at WrestleMania. This must be big for Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. I guess he did what he had to do. I mean, it was a good match. They both threw 619s. Dominic caught Ray's, but Ray just couldn't catch Dominic's. Hit him with that frog splash. Why are you showing me double frog splashes? But, hey, it is what it is. I was really going for Ray. I mean, I still got the real life WrestleMania, of course. I'm still going for Ray. All my money. Well, I wouldn't say all my money. But everything I'm going for, I'm rooting for Ray to beat the crap out of Dominic. But yeah, you know, I just wasn't really expecting that, you know. And then of course we got Omos versus Brock Lesnar. You know, let's just say that Omos and Brock threw a pretty good match, you know. Omos, you know, dominating the match the whole time, you know, trying to get it in there. Eventually Brock slides in, you know, gets a couple hits, gets a couple, you know, let's see, what is it that, of course he gets him in the corner, you know, he tries to, you know, get that UFC brawl with them, and eventually, you know, he finally hits Suplex City. Say he hit Suplex City about a good 9 times. Threw 3 F5s on him, and, you know, and the match probably kept on continuing, and the winner just became Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar winning that match. And let's also say, because it was also a last man standing match, let's say Brock Lesnar won that match by breaking the ring. That's what I want to say. I want to say Brock Lesnar won that match by breaking the ring. You know, he did what he could. He almost threw a hell of a good fight. He didn't slow down. He threw Brock Lesnar like a rag doll most of the times, and Brock Lesnar finally came back, and, you know, in the end, for Brock to win, you know, he hit it. You know, he hit a suplex right off the top turnbuckles, crashing almost down into the ring, breaking it down. This is the part where we're going to cut it off right here, where it's going to be, you know, we're going backstage, and we're going to see Eddie betraying on Dominic, and now they're fighting it out.
Oh man, you didn't need that eyebrow anyway.
Ooh, but Dominic, he's coming.
What are the perils of this match that superstars must be concerned with?
Now, this is the type of setting where you must beware of outside interference.
So Eddie Guerrero, this is part where I'm going to say that Eddie Guerrero. Oh man, I cannot speak today. But then yeah, I can never speak any day. Eddie Guerrero betraying Dominic Mysterio, you know, trying to outtalk him and, you know, saying what he did, you know, it just wasn't right maybe. And at the same time, you know, Eddie Guerrero, you know, he doesn't mind being a team sometimes, but Eddie Guerrero is more of a guy who just has to work by himself. Why did Eddie sound like that? I mean, of course, they ain't really got Eddie, so. But, oh, I don't know what the heck happened there. Oh, and dominating in this now. That voice acting. Oh, I'm putting Dominic right into the little luggage right there.
As the leg trapped, fisherman suplex.
But Eddie really showing Dominic on how it's done, how he's going to teach him a lesson. Oh, but never mind. Dominic's saying, you know what? Forget this. I try to help you. I try to get you to join Judgment Day. I try to show you our ways and not how to be weak like his father. And that they could have been dominating this whole brand. But Eddie just didn't. He just didn't want it like that. He didn't want it a Judgment Day style. He wants it the Eddie Guerrero style, you know?
There it is. Snap suplex.
And even though, you know, Eddie tried to, you know, go at him a couple times on Raw, you know, but Ray was always there to really, like, kind of, like, stop him and calm him down and say, you know, we shouldn't hit him and stuff, and you know, it's not right for Ray to at least hit his own son, and he just doesn't want Eddie to hit him neither. But you know, it came to WrestleMania. Dominic Mysterio won at WrestleMania against his own father, and eventually in the end, Eddie just wasn't having it. Now he's taking care of it backstage, but I don't think this might last much longer for Eddie, though. Oh, no. And just like that, he's using Eddie's own move on Eddie really gonna take them three amigos from Dominic? Oh, but he got him. He might be stunned. Oh, with that neck breaker.
Byron, come on, get with it. What a forearm.
Oh, and Dominic taking care of this in the backstage now.
Eddie with a reversal.
Oh, wait. Eddie. Oh. Knocking him down with that. You know that had to hurt. That's pure concrete, too. Like, there is no backing that up. I mean, you probably could with pad, but that's just too much pad to put back there.
And you know what's next, Scott?
Oh.
And now it looks like they're done. Done for now.
Dang.
This isn't over, Cole.
Dominic dominating both of them. He won at WrestleMania against his own father in a fair match. And then he beats down Eddie Guerrero after he just didn't want to do things Dom's way. I don't know, maybe Dominic Mysterio, I think he became more of a dangerous man. But either way, this is where we're going to stop our first half of WrestleMania. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the next half of WrestleMania, where we're basically just going to skip all of this and just head into the main event, because that's where our longest event's going to be. It's going to be 6 people in a ring for one title that Roman surprisingly actually lost. But at the same time, not really that surprising. But until then, I will catch y'all next time for tomorrow at WrestleMania. Until then, peace, one love.